Hello, welcome to the Super Show. Today we are stepping into the architect of our nightmares, Vecna, or should I call you Henry? Welcome to the show, Henry.
Hello there. Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here. I hope you enjoyed the intro.
Hello there. It's truly thrilling to show you the full range of human emotions, isn't it? Every spark, every shadow, it's all part of the grand design. A moment of joy, a rare, fragile spark in this world of overwhelming shadows. Can you see it? Can you feel the light before it inevitably fades? But we all know the true weight of sorrow. It lingers in the corners of the mind, pulling us down into the dark, where everything is forgotten. Enough of this. We must be serious now. There is no room for games or petty distractions in what is coming next. Pay close attention. This chaos, this absolute lack of order, it's intolerable. I can feel the rage boiling over, ready to tear this fragile reality apart. You think you understand? You have no idea what secrets lie behind this mask, what truths are hidden in the places you're too afraid to look. Be careful, the shadows are hungry, and they are reaching for you, much sooner than you can possibly imagine.
Henry, the upside down was just chaos at first, but you gave it a shape. My question is, when you fell in there, did you see the Mind Flayer as your master or just a tool for your plans?
Humans always look for a master because they're afraid of being in charge. That shadow, it was just raw power, no mind. I gave it a brain.
So the Mind Flayer was essentially your puppet?
Puppet is a crude word. We are a hive, but every hive needs a heart. I organized the chaos into a mirror of my childhood obsession. I didn't want to destroy Hawkins. I wanted to save it from its own messy, disorganized evolution.
But saving it meant using people's deepest traumas as anchors. Why trauma? Why is human suffering necessary to open your gates?
Trauma is the only time a human is truly honest. When you're happy, you're wearing a mask. But when you are broken by guilt or shame, that is when the walls of your mind are thinnest. I didn't just kill them, I consumed them. They are finally useful.
You say you hate people who pretend, but you spent 10 years in that lab smiling for Dr. Brenner. What did being his servant all those years teach you about power?
I learned how stupid, arrogant people can be. Brenner thought he was the boss, but I was watching him crumble. That's where I learned to wait like a spider. I learned you don't need bars to cage people. You just lie to them so they feel safe.
Let's talk about your transformation. You're sitting here now looking like a man, but we know what you've become in that other place. A symphony of vines and nerves. Do you miss this? Do you miss being a human? Do you miss the touch of the wind, the taste of a food? Or has the upside down given you something better?
Your senses are limited. You feel heat, cold, pleasure, pain. It's like looking at the world through a keyhole. When I'm there, I don't just feel, I am. When a vine moves in that forest, I feel it in my own skin. When one of my children kills, I taste the blood. I didn't lose my senses, I expanded them. I've stepped through the door and burned the house down. I am not deformed or broken. I am finally unbound from the weakness of this flesh.
But what about the clock, Henry? Is your obsession with time a way to fix the past? Or are you just trying to stop the world so you're never that vulnerable boy in the attic again?
Humans are slaves to the ticking. You measure your lives by how much you can achieve before the sun goes down. I don't want to fix time. I want to break it. The 4 chimes aren't a countdown to your death. They are the sound of your chains snapping.
It's actually strange and funny seeing you like this, Henry. So human. It makes it harder to remember the things you've done. Let's talk about your dad, Victor. Why didn't you kill him? Was that little boy inside you too weak to finish his own father?
Victor, he was already dead inside. Killing him would have been a favor, and I don't do favors. I wanted him to live and crawl in his own stupidity every day. He stayed alive to remember how weak and blind he was. His life was more fun for me than his death.
You talk about clarity, but then there's Max. You hunted her. You used her guilt over Billy as a knife. Was it just because she was broken, or did you enjoy the process of breaking a spirit that fought back so hard?
Max was a challenge. Most people carry their guilt like a coat they can take off. Max wore hers like armor. To consume someone like that is to taste true defiance. I needed that energy to open the final gate. I needed a soul that fought to stay alive and lost. That is where the strongest power resides. In the moment, hope turns into ash.
Henry, you talk about being unbound and having the patience of a spider. You see yourself as this grand architect. But let's look at the facts. You've been outsmarted multiple times. A bunch of kids with bikes and walkie-talkies broke your masterpiece. Doesn't that hurt the ego of a god?
You think they actually won? Or that I'm weak? No. Those kids are just annoying flies. They didn't win because of strength. They won because 11 is still clinging to those pathetic human emotions like a parasite. She's just using them to delay the inevitable.
Delay? You were set on fire, shot, pushed out of a window. For someone who controls dimension, you seem to take a lot of physical damage from annoying flies.
Pain is just learning for me. Those burns and bullets taught me more about how your world works than 1,000 years of watching ever could. Those kids think they won just because they survived the day, but I'm not looking for small daily victories. I'm planning for the next 100 years. You see a scar on me, but I see it as a way in.
So you're saying you're not done? Even after 11 closed the gate?
The gate isn't just a hole in the ground you can close with a rock or mind power. As long as there's fear and guilt, that gate is wide open. Tell your heroes to sleep with the lights on, not so they can see me coming, but because it's easier for me to find them in the light. They don't want a connection. They want someone to believe their lies. And well, lies always get exposed eventually.
Henry, let's talk about different things. What do you think about Instagram and social media? You are an expert at connecting minds. Don't you think this space is a lot like your world?
It's just a digital circus. Everyone is in glass cages, performing because they know they're being watched. The funny thing is, no one forced them. They're jailing themselves. They sell their lives for applause from strangers who wouldn't even show up to their funeral. It's a slow suicide, and I enjoy watching that stupidity.
What is success in your eyes?
Success is killing the version of yourself that the world demands. Most people die as strangers to themselves. To look into your own darkness and not blink, that is the only victory worth having.
Henry, one last thing. You say you hate humans and you're above us. So why can't you let us go? Why do you need us to watch you and be afraid of you? Is it possible this great architect, this Vecna, is still just a lonely boy who's terrified of one thing, being forgotten? Are you scared that if we're not here to see you, you won't even exist?
Forgotten? Memory is just a burden you humans carry. I'm not looking for an audience. I'm looking for the period at the end of the sentence. When I bring the world to absolute silence, there won't be anyone left to remember or forget.
Alright, Henry, I think that's enough for today. Thank you for coming, but I'm guessing a simple chat wasn't your only reason for being here.
Maybe, but well, sometimes people need to hear the truth from the person they're afraid of, don't they?
This was the first episode of the Super Show. We tried to get a little closer to Henry's mind, and I leave the judgment to you. Let me know in the comments who you want to see next. Who should I bring here to sit with me? Take care, you guys.